Back again for another video. So, been coming across these interesting articles. Anyway, let's get to it. This is from Insider Health. A woman with a transplanted uterus from a deceased donor gave birth for the first time in the US and the second time in the world. I don't know how that slid past me, but I'm usually good about finding this kind of stuff, but apparently this is going to become a thing. I don't know why this is happening, but for some reason they're pushing to replace women covertly, in my opinion. I have no idea what the agenda outcome is, but this has been in talks for many years. The first time that I've heard of the this type of thing was through Sandman, of course. I mean, he was a big advocate and speaker on the wound, the external wound. But anyways, let's get into this topic. I'm going to read this article for you guys. The Cleveland Clinic delivered a baby from the transplanted uterus of a deceased donor in June. It is the first reported birth of its kind in the U.S. and the second in the world. The birth and transplant are part of an ongoing clinical trial to help women who are unable to have a baby due to uterine factor infertility, which affects an estimated 1 in 500 women of childbearing age. So I'm going to stop right there, interject. So of course, they're going to use this right here as the reason why they're doing such a thing. But I believe it has a bit more undertones. I mean, if you wanted to get something done and you wanted to be socially accepted, what you would do is find a niche problem in the society and attach it to that problem while covertly having other things in mind of how you want to implement this. So they're using the fact that there are women who do not have the ability to have children as a scapegoat for them to proliferate their technology and transplanting uterus into people who do not have a working uterus. Notice I said people, not just women, because this has been going on with talks of doing the same thing with transgender women. But anyways, let's continue. It says the Cleveland Clinic says in a press release that there is less risk when transplanting a uterus from a deceased donor, differentiating their clinical trial from similar research being conducted in the U.S. A woman with a transplanted uterus from a deceased donor gave birth to a baby girl in Ohio, the Cleveland Clinic announced Tuesday. It is the first reported birth of its kind in the U.S. and second worldwide. Doctors at the clinic delivered the baby via cesarean section in June. Both the transplant and the birth are part of ongoing clinical research to help women who are unable to have a baby due to uterine factor infertility, according to the press release from the Cleveland Clinic. Now, I'm going to interject on this one again. It says doctors at the clinic delivered. It said, it says both the transplant and the birth are part of an ongoing clinical research. That should be your clue in. But let's continue. The woman, whose name was not released due to privacy reasons, was born without a uterus. A doctor transplanted the womb of a deceased donor in late 2017, according to the press release. She later became pregnant in late 2018 via in vitro fertilization. It was amazing how perfectly normal this delivery was, considering how extraordinary the occasion. Andreas Takis, however you say that, Cleveland transplant surgeon, said in a statement. Through this research, we aim to make these extraordinary events ordinary for women who choose this option. We are grateful to the donor and her family. Their generosity allowed our patient's dream to come true and a new baby to be born. Oh, yeah. Goodness. Anyway, the Cleveland research team completed 5 uterus transplants so far, 3 of which were successful according to the statement. Of the 3 transplants, 1 resulted in the June birth, while 2 other women are waiting for embryo transfer. This is also a list of several women waiting for transplant. There is also a list of several women waiting for transplants. Unlike similar research being conducted in the U.S., the Cleveland Clinic differs in the transplanted uterus must come from a deceased donor rather than living in order to eliminate risks to a living donor, according to press release. We couldn't have asked for a better outcome. Everything went wonderfully with the delivery. The mother and baby girl are doing great. Uma Perney, Cleveland Clinic material fetal medicine specialist, said in a statement. It's important to remember this is still research. The field of uterus transplant is rapidly evolving, and it's exciting to see what options may be for women in the future. So that's that story. You can find it probably on different places. I've seen it also the New York Times, but I think this is going to be a lot more than what it is shown to be, as we understand these things to actually be that actually to be the case. That most times you get a top layer of an instance where things are done, and then you start to see the results of those things, and then you start to understand the pathology behind them. But anyway, this has been a Wolf and Beta Close. May you have a good day, and peace be with you.